What's going on to you, Scorpio? So you have the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, ooh, the Judgment, the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Emperor. So I just want to say something before I begin. From now on, I'm not only am I going to be uploading 3 videos after this week, 5 days a week from Monday through Friday. I'm going to be taking a rest on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Those 2 days. But I'm also going to start uploading from 5 to 6. So, you know, from 5 to 6 o'clock is when I will begin uploading, right? At 5, I'll stop uploading at 6 o'clock p.m., right? Eastern Standard Time, because I live in New York. So, set your watches, right? So now that's an upload schedule, so you know when and where I'm actually uploading, right? So it's not just a guessing game. So for you Scorpios, you have after this week, so you have the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords. So these 3 cards right here is all about how a lot of you Scorpios have, you've basically been doing a little bit of struggling. Because despite through it all, right, a lot of you Scorpios are still happy with who you are. You're still happy with your outcome in life. The Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, you have a lot of people around you right now, maybe even recently, but I'm seeing right now that is trying to get on your nerves, trying to get you to feel stressed out, you know. And even if you Scorpios still feel a little bit stressed out, you're not, you know, the Page of Cups, you're not really allowing that to really get to you. And that's great because it shows that you have way more patience than you may have used to. But also patience is very good because people will try to upset you, get you on your nerves or whatever, because they think it's some sort of aphrodisiac. You know, they think that's how people are supposed to be in love, you know, all this goofy stuff. But then you have the Eight of Swords, which represents at this point, people do stuff like this because they really don't know how to interact with you Scorpios in a functional way. And the answer is simple: interact with you Scorpios in a functional way. But again, you got to understand that you got a lot of slow people out here. A lot of times, Scorpio, you're really in a situation where you really don't understand then what it is that you've got going on. You've got a lot of people who really don't understand themselves, understand life, understand that you can't really be in a relationship with somebody that's functional, that works, if you spend so much time stressing them out. It's going to get on their nerves. You know what I mean? So generally speaking, right? But because you do have niche relationships, but you have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, right? Which represents how, and because of the fact that they can't get you upset, they're really upset at the fact that, you know, you're not really paying them too much attention because you're in your Zen state. You're doing your own thing. So these are most definitely people that, you know, you may not even be talking to, that's still trying to get on your nerves, trying to see if you still like them, right? Because they think that anger is some sort of aphrodisiac, right? So when they find out that you're in your Zen, they're like this. They're going to sleep scared at the fact that you Scorpios are not paying very close attention to them the same way that you used to when you were in a relationship. But the Judgment represents the hammer already came down though. You know, one thing about, you know, when it comes to Scorpio, right? When a Scorpio leaves your life, especially if you Scorpios have been treating the person well, right? The other person feels that. I'll say that. You know, the other person most definitely feels that. Now, again, if you Scorpios aren't treating them right, then of course, right, more than likely, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, thank you. But if you Scorpios have been treating them right, I mean, obviously they're going to feel a certain kind of way because, you know, Scorpios can be a great helper. You know, that's one thing that we don't talk about too much often. Yeah, Scorpio, Aquarius, y'all can be great helpers. So a lot of times people only want to talk about the negativity or the mystery or this, that, and the third about Scorpio. But what a lot of people don't understand is Scorpio, y'all can be great helpers. When a person that you care about comes to you, right, and they have a problem, that's why there's a lot of you Scorpios be getting screwed over so much. Because y'all didn't think I knew that, huh? Because when y'all come to somebody, when someone comes to you and they're like, hey, listen, I really need some sort of help. If you care about the person, if you're moved, right, you will help the person. Now, of course, the helping that you will give to them may not necessarily be so easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it'll be help nonetheless, right? So a lot of you Scorpios realize that you did everything you possibly could with this person, and that there's no point in continuing to talk to them. So the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress represent, you know what it is that you're looking for. You Scorpios know that you're looking for something long-term to share with one person. And if the person doesn't, if the person isn't seeing eye to eye with you, then whatever. My gosh. You're not going to be stuck to them like glue. Of course you're going to let them go. They're not what it is that you want. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor, right? The Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor is all about how, since this is the case, you Scorpios don't mind being single if it takes, if that's what's going to get you closer to a person that you can really have something special with. You don't mind. You're used to it, Scorpio can get along with somebody, or Scorpio can choose to not get along with the person. And yeah, we all can do that, but I'm saying that it can be heaven, or it could be the worst thing in the world if a Scorpio decides to make it that. And again, you don't really, a lot of you Scorpios can take it or leave it. So a lot of you Scorpios are using that approach. You're taking it or leaving it. If things don't work out between you and the other person, you will leave it alone. The Emperor, you're not bothering anybody, per se. You just don't care. The Eight of Pentacles, you don't care. Being by yourself, working on what it is about yourself that you need to work on, and being single if it doesn't work out with the other person. So let's clarify the Emperor. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Page of Cups, Chariot, the World, Six of Pentacles. Right. What does this mean? For you Scorpios, in this reading, this means some people may think of you as being delusional, but you Scorpios know exactly what it is that you've got going on, right? You know that you're going to stay focused, handle your own business, focus on yourself when you're single. And when you're with someone, you're still going to focus and concentrate on yourself. But you will share that level of concentration, because Scorpio rules over intense concentration. But you're going to make sure that that intense concentration that you have is split between yourself and your partner fairly, right? But a lot of people don't really see your vision. And that's okay. They don't have to see your vision. Those are the people who are trying to convince you that, you should just accept being shortchanged, and you should just accept anything that comes to you. The World and the Six of Pentacles represents, but you Scorpios, that's the thing that's throwing a wrench in their plans. That's disrupting their plans. You Scorpios understand that, no, you're not going to accept just any old anything. This is about you, and this is about what you want. And that, again, you're not necessarily asking for anything crazy, right? But if if the person can't even give you the bare minimum of what it is that you're asking for, then being able to get along with the person. Some of you may want internal decency. I'm not saying that your list of what it is that you want is the exact same as mine. You may want whatever it is that you want, but if the person does not share those same things, then I just see a lot of you Scorpios not really being interested in it, not even short term. That's how cold Scorpios can be. Let's clarify the Emperor. Right? A lot of Mars energy. The Emperor. Well, I said the Judgment. Sorry. Temperance. Same thing. Using said wisdom. These cards, between this and the Judgment, they actually look alike. Between the Lovers, this, and the Judgment, they look alike. So this is actually the Temperance. I said Judgment. Temperance. And to kind of clarify that, the Temperance, right, is about using your wisdom of experience. So it's still the same outcome regardless of to who or to what. It's not like I big time changed the face of the reading, therefore I got to do it all over. No, it's still the same thing, right? You're just wiser now. That's all it means. So to clarify the Emperor, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, then you have the Four of Swords, and then you have the Sun. So to clarify the Emperor, right? The Eight of Pentacles, we just clarified the Eight of Pentacles, right? The Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, a lot of Sagittarius energy. You have the Hierophant, you have the Temperance. This both represents Sagittarius. So a lot of optimism, a lot of knowing that you're not making the terrible mistakes. Because a lot of times too, what comes with why a lot of you Scorpios are kind of brooding and upset with certain things in life is because sometimes you don't necessarily know if you're making the correct decisions. And a lot of you Scorpios wish that, life had a manual to go with it. But obviously life doesn't for anyone. So a lot of you Scorpios understand that, you're doing the best that you can to figure it out. But this is one of those decisions that you don't really have to think too hard in order for you to know. So the Four of Swords now and the Sun card represents, that it's a good idea to get rid of or to stop communicating with anybody that cannot match the things that you want. Because the things that you want are not necessarily a long, crazy, astronomical list that a person can't match. A lot of you Scorpios may understand that it's very down to earth, but you're starting to see people can't even live up to a down to earth list.